Hey Rob, Dina, some technical difficulties. Just trying to figure this out. I don't know why I can't get in the chat. I can get in the chat this way. Must have did an update and then kicked me out. Anyways, I got my stuff from this is stuff I dredged from I guess I could turn that off. No, I can turn this off. Working fine. The dredging stuff that I got from Wild Amonoosuc on Monday. So it's on the 40 mess. I got a bunch to go through. I was hoping to start this earlier, but it's like bringing everything out there, technical difficulties, setting up my cameras. Anyways, hope you're all having a good day. Not sure why they didn't sign me in right. The chat. Try it again. Tap yes on your phone to tap a device. Try that one. Maybe I can get in. There you go. Now I can see it in the chat without having to have the thing open. Everybody hear me all right? What's up, AA? Angelia? Guys hear me fine? It's kind of windy out there too, and vehicles going by. So I got some gold anyways. I hope there's more gold in this. I saw a bunch on that. Yeah, just let me know if you can't hear me, but I think you can. So I ran this material already. If you can see it. I can't flip it sideways, I don't think. Oh, there a little bit. Well, I ran the previous stuff, and then the last batch is the 3 small pieces of gold there. So this is on the 40 mess. This is where I found most of the stuff the last time. And I'm hoping there's still gold here because I want to go back up on Saturday with my daughter and family. All right, thanks. So how's everybody doing? I was a little stressed out trying to set all this up. I had to set up new cameras and things so you can all see it. But should save it so the next time it'll be easier. I was fiddling around with my internet too because it wasn't like at full amount. I mean, it still was fast enough, but I wasn't getting my 2,000. I mean, the upload was still plenty fine. Got my new little spoon is New Hampshire. Looks great. That way I don't put too much in. Hey, TP. Man, glad to see you. What are you doing while over there? TP Gaming, you guys. I became friends with him. He used to be friends with Buddy Biggs. He's done gaming in the past, but he's from Ireland. I might have to turn this down. We'll see. Looks good. Maybe a tiny bit. Yeah, I probably should have turned it down. I had it high earlier just to get it set up. Yeah, TP, when I was up at the Spring Rendezvous, I met this girl that she was married to a guy that lived over there for a while. They live here in the States now. I think they live down in Connecticut. And they were up prospecting. Yeah, I might have to tweak this a little bit. Let me see how this flows. God, I had it running high. Yeah, it's a little better. Last time I ran it through, I got all about like maybe 3 pieces, and those are like real fine micros. So it was almost not worth doing it a second time. Better today. Back's gonna be sore afterwards, but trying to have this position just right. But I don't know if you saw. I got all these cons, and I still got just a little bit small amount, but these concentrates too. Got some good underwater video footage, but I had this wrist thing that you put on for a GoPro. I tried putting it on the pipe, it didn't really work, so I put it on my floaty thing. The other day I was just thinking, it's like, I'm trying to think out of the box all the time. It's like, why don't I just strap it to a rock and just sit it somewhere? That'll work. Oh, I heard thunder, and I was like, well, that's my gaming channel, Thunder Games. Yeah, we had a little rain here earlier, so I couldn't do it then, and looks like it's nice, but it's windy. It's kind of weird. It was like wicked windy over there, and over here it wasn't as windy. And I was hearing a strange noise, and I'm like, what the heck was that? It was like, I don't know, I think my neighbor was weed whacking. Yeah, it may be up to 80 now here. It's getting warmer. 49, yikes. That's like early spring weather. Seen any gold on here? That might have been a little tiny piece I saw there. I'll probably turn it down a little more. Run it too high, and then this is like real fine stuff. Yeah, it's still clearing out that way. Might even be able to turn it down more. So my first time dredging, I got more than I ever got in one day, but I wouldn't say more than I ever got, but altogether. But pretty close. Seemed like it. It was fun. It's like getting the dredge down there is a kind of a little pain, but because of the hiccups. The last time I left, I still had must have still had a rock in there. I didn't know. And they got jammed up like right at the beginning. Well, first of all, I was like, I'm trying to get the dredge to go, and I was like, why isn't it like sucking? I was like, I'm trying to move the foot valve, and then I realized, well, probably because I had the valve closed off. So I had to open up the valve so it'll take the pressure off, so it allowed the water to flow. And then it started right up. Finally, I reached 502 subs. So that's good. Probably do some giveaways. I can tell the whole world, but my dedicated viewers that view all the time. Started putting together some gonnets, little small vials of gonnets. So I was doing that last night. Man, that's a lot of work. It's probably ended up being a full gonnet vial, but I split it in 3. So I'll probably get 1 to the Blueberry crew and then 2 for the rest of the subscribers. And I got some other stuff I want to do. I'm not going to do it all at once. I'll probably just do a little bit here and there. And maybe even do a gold. Oh, well, I will do a gold giveaway, but I haven't determined exactly how much. Yeah, that's about pretty much what's been around here, Angelia. Yeah, you guys, I saw Brian. I was dredging. Well, the problem was, like I told you, I had that rock jam, and I didn't know it. And then I'm like, oh, it's jammed up. And I couldn't get the thing out. And I'm like, what the heck? What do I need something like deeper. It was like right in the curve. I ended up going back after my car, digging underneath the mat and where my spare tire is, and I pulled out the wrench thing for it. It's kind of fat on one end, but I managed to work it. I had to actually take it the whole thing apart and get it from the other side to get it loosened. But I got something bigger and better now, longer and thinner. Should work better. Hopefully it doesn't happen too much, because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, it's just got the one thing on the top, but I think I'm going to put like tie wraps and add an extra one in the, it'll prevent it from getting like clogged up, but I'm going to have to move more rocks. And I've moved a lot of rocks. Surprised when afterwards I'm like, wow, that's crazy how many rocks I moved. But I met a nice couple from Connecticut. He subscribed to my channel. I gave him some tips. His first time up there. Well, second time panning. He tried panning in Connecticut. Yeah, his first time panning there. But I think it was Joshua and what was her name? Sarah, I think. Anyway, I talked to her, but yeah, so I was like, I looked down the river and I said, that looks like rain. I couldn't tell. He was quite a ways away. And then I walked down and he was busy focusing on getting some gold. And last minute he turned out, it was like 10 feet. I was trying to warn him. It's like, I can't hear it. I can't hear it good. But yeah, it was good to see him again, chat with him. And Saturday, I ordered the same sluice he has, the A52S, and I really like that, so I don't have to classify. And the less work I have to do, the better off I'll be, So I ordered that Saturday. That's actually going to probably be here next Tuesday. What's up, A3? Man, it's been a while since I've seen you. You must be real busy this time of year. Putting your bee suit on? Yeah, I haven't seen many bees around this year. Would have went out maybe Saturday with my grandson, Sunday with my grandson, but we went fishing Saturday, and then that evening he's all broken out and got poison ivy. But he got poison ivy when we were up in Bath, like the weekend before that Sunday. I guess if you first time you get it, it can take 7 to 21 days before you get it. So he was legs was itching. He didn't feel like being in the water. But I went out Monday by myself and I did it all by myself. It's doable, but I was sore and I dredged for like 7 hours. Definitely I paid for it. Something I can't do multiple days in a row. But I want to go up Saturday with my daughter and son-in-law and the kids, grandkids, all four of them, and they'll probably have some fun at the pool, and maybe I'll get them the grandson, the older one, and he's 11, and my son-in-law to help me get it down and up. Maybe let them play around with it for a little bit. See you later, A3. Oh yeah, I classified all this stuff out yesterday in the sink. Well, it was in the tub, but there's a lot of material. I don't think you would normally get this much material, but it was a lot of fine stuff. I was into a lot of like clay, but I was seeing a lot. At least I hope I was. I finally got into heavier stuff. So hopefully this turns out good, and then does, I'll continue in that hole. And I want to get up. I want to get up to Coos Canyon too. Spend some time with Dina soon, hopefully. But I might have to come up with an. I'm gonna need a header that would fit my dredge. So, right? No, adapter maybe. Maybe I can just use the whole thing and just use battery operated. We're gonna have to get a reducing adapter from the 2.5 to 2 inch. Tap it on the back end. That was a muscle car. Yeah, they were saying that I may have to have some special thing on the end though for solution though. When you use battery, special screen. I'll have to look into that more. Yeah, big boom. Might start quieting down though. I can smell the gas from that car going by. Cause speaking about gas, man, I was surprised. It's like 2 days. I still got almost a full tank of gas in my dredge, and I haven't even used a gallon yet. That thing doesn't use much at all. So if I went on a long trip, I'd probably 2 gallons. That's all I need to bring with me. Unless I went like if I went dredging like 5 days or something. I don't see me ever doing that. Not by myself for sure. I'd be wiped out. Gambler match. Are those new ones that he has? Yeah. I think I'm seeing some fine stuff. Still a lot of material to go through, but yeah, I wish it was like a lot bigger. I see some fine stuff, I believe, in the riffles there in my pan. Man, the summer's going by fast, though. I don't know about you folks, but just seems like it's going by way too fast. Last year, I already spent, see, I went up end of June. I spent 6 days, spent a lot of time with Dina, and then went up a couple of weeks later. I think I was up there 3 days. That was probably the last time I saw Ron. And then I went up there a couple of weeks later for the Central Maine Gold Prospecting meeting. And then one more time. And then I didn't go back up till October because I wasn't feeling good most of August. But hopefully I don't get that way this year. I mean, there's been a couple times where I felt like that fatigue was really getting to me. To make sure I take my vitamins, get my rest. Finally, like that last couple of nights, I've actually had like, well, lying down for 9 hours, some decent sleep. But since the end of June, I've not been doing well. Just a lot of stress and anxiety. You had motorcycle week here, and that bang bang boom was like real bad. And then dealing with all kinds of other life issues. Might be able to turn this down a little bit more. Try that. Well, maybe I don't know. Look and see what's going on with scheduling, and maybe later next week, maybe Dina or something. The week after, I need to try to make sure I schedule so I have a place to stay. I mean, during the weekdays, it's not so bad, but during those weekends, I don't know. Maybe it's not so bad this time around, but beginning of July, they were all booked up during the weekends. And my daughter might want to go out to Twin River and go camping or staying at the cottage or something. And I think staying at the cabins might be too much for her. Kind of small. The 4 kids. You know, having that kitchenette, nice kitchenette, and bathroom shower for the little ones. Nice. I can't tell how many people are on right now. Let's check. I like this. I do this. It's live. For watching. It's summertime. I think isn't Mama Bird coming on maybe at 6:30, and then the hippies are on later. And I figure this will be a good trial to set this up. Got to do it anyways. Well, I got a lot of views on that fishing thing. The live was pretty decent, and then like I did the thing with my grandson Pickle. I was like, 1,200 people watched that already. I think that's gold right there. That's it. Maybe a piece there. So Rob, you still there? Did you get to Alaska yet? Yeah, you can. No, I would just make reservations online ahead, Bet. What are you hearing big booms from? From me? Yeah, that's why I don't want to live on a main road again. Wasn't too bad like years ago, but over time it's gotten worse here. You don't already know, like this town is like the oldest summer resort in North America. Both Americas. I guess European wise. Yeah, just that. I think I see a tiny piece right there. I was so tired when I came back on Monday. It's like I didn't even stop to eat. I just wanted to get home. I was wiped. Well, I missed it, Dean. I don't know what you said. Shading's perfect though. It's keeping my sluice out of the sun. I'm seeing micros, real small micros. I'm gonna move this goat so I don't trip on it. Wouldn't want to lose it. Yeah, I think these cells here got gold in them. I think even there and there. It's hard to tell with the lighting, but I'm pretty sure it is. That piece sat right there. It's been sitting there. Your rocks. Actually, I got a video ready to set out. Go out on Friday for a rock tumbling. It's polished rocks. I just got to upload it. Everything's ready to go. Thumbnails made. Just gotta upload it. I'll do it later on this evening, so it'll be ready for Friday. It's good to see you, Lord Shadow, though. You like those pet deer you got? He said he was going to stop farming, and all of a sudden he's got all these baby deer hanging around. One thing I learned about dredging is like, yeah, cut here, or I bang that one, I bang that cut, I bruise, got bruises. My hand was swelled up. Yeah, cut there, cut there. This hand was swelled up. Had cuts on this hand a little bit. Smashed it there. I took the every once in a while I'd bang it just to make sure there's no rocks sticking because you lose some suction. The nozzle, and I hit my hand. But I bought some special gloves. I'm gonna put some stuff on it, some type of sealant that other prospectors suggested. But in temporary, I got some other gloves. It won't be here till like Monday. But I didn't need them on the tips. I wanted it to the non-tips. It's gonna be 3/4, but that part of my fingers was fine. But you grab and stop, and the sharp rock sometimes. I got cuts on it. But my hands felt all dried up. Better today, but it's been a couple days. I don't want to be getting infections or anything. Huh? Really? I haven't been paying attention, but I'm sure that deer's still around. If I'm out here, I'll hear like horns beeping, people stopping. The deer would cross, go on one side, then like 10 minutes later, cross again. Couldn't make up its mind. Although it could have been just looking for its baby. Is this picking up all the vehicles going by? Oh, the fire's over there too? Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's not been bad. Last week we had like Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday was bad. Not this past week, the week before. Because it was even bad up in back. Although it might have been, I don't know what it was. I came back on Monday night and I was like this either smoke or fog or something. It did fog up later, but it was like too early to be like fog, I think. But and that was, I don't know, it was probably like 7:30, 8 o'clock. I was still in bath. You can tell the camera's picking up, and I should have dusted this thing right. Uh, I'd be able to see. Maybe I can zoom in closer a little bit. Not like this jumping right out at me. 101 over there. Wow, crazy. Well, that's good. You're not hearing the noise. So I sure am. I'm gonna see if I can't drop this down a little bit. This, of course, I did have it down earlier, but then I raised it. Wouldn't fit on the glass table. I had to put a board underneath it to latch it. There is a way through OBS you can zoom in on it, but I don't want to mess with it right now. Oh yeah, now I can see gold in there. Right? See with my finger pointing to it. Like way up there and here, different spots. Only 80. Still warm, but I mean it's comfortable enough. And most of the time, like I'm inside with AC, so feet feel warm. It could be warmer than that here. Surprised it gets that warm there. Is that a rare thing, Lord Shadow? Almost maybe something got down in that cell there. Bigger piece maybe. Yes, same here. We got a little bit of rain in the spring, but not as much as normal. And it's been dry. I think this year might end up being drier than last year. It's like we get rain, it's like rain 5-10 minutes, and that doesn't do anything. I think since like the 2 days before the run, two first couple days I was at the rendezvous, it rained pretty hard. The river was really high, and it might have been rain before, and it was leftover snow melt. And then it's been pretty dry since. We had like maybe 2 good rain days, and that was it. I don't mind it raining hard, when I'm not prospecting, but say when I'm not. But imagine like the rivers are gonna get real low again. They were a little lower than they were when I was there with the first time dredging. Wasn't too bad. We had a tiny bit of rain. This may be the last time I can like put the dredge out with their pontoons. I'm probably gonna have to just use the legs on it. And there's some spots that are deep, and then other spots that are real low. A week or two. Yeah, I mean, years ago, we get 2 or 3 heat waves around here. Sometimes they might last 5 or 7 days. I mean, a heat wave had to be 3 days, 90 plus. But last year we had record heat waves. I don't know. I think we had like 13 of them. And I don't know what this year is like. I don't think it was really hot this year. It's just dry. We had some warm days. Maybe had 1 or 2 heat waves, but it's been in the 80s a lot. But earlier this week, though, it was almost chilly. I think one night I saw it was like down to 42. It's Alaskan weather, daytime weather, and it was night. What's up, Jacob? Trying to squint to see through the glare on this. Just going through some of my concentrates from dredging on Monday. I just got to know, because if there isn't much gold, then I need to find a different spot. But I'm hoping it's going to give me more than the last time. Try to get to some hard compacted stuff, probably bigger stuff. Now we got underneath some of those big rocks. Hey Karen, how you doing? I say hi to Dave. Thanks for coming. Oh, watching me pan out some concentrates from the Wild Amonoosuc River. Yep. All right, so this is the under 40 mass, but this is the gold that I got previous stuff. So just the 4 pieces. The last time, that's about what, you know, I didn't have many big pieces. It was mostly in the under 40 mesh, the fine stuff. And I still got a bunch here, and I got another pan that's a little more than that, probably. Yeah, you can see gold in there already. Just so it's a lot of little ones. All gold matters. Nice to get a nugget though. So I was hoping, like, now I'm getting into the down deeper, but I was like, I had to go underwater to get some of the stuff. I'm pulling up some of the big rocks. I get the holes down there, and then the big rocks, I had to move out of the way. Just so actually, if the water does go down a little bit, it might benefit me, providing it's actually gold here. But I'm pretty sure there's gold all on that side. So my granddad had a decent amount when he just sluiced, and he only did like 2 buckets of unconcentrated stuff. Of course, he thought he had it all panned out, and I repanned the stuff for him, and I found like 30% more gold. It's like, he's gonna have to practice more. Get like a pro like his grandfather. We call BRB. Be right back. I'm not sure. Like baby back ribs. I'm a sheltered child there. I don't know these things. I know about gold and some gaming stuff. I know a lot of stuff, but as far as getting out like restaurants and stuff like that, being a single person, you don't really do that much. You don't go out anywhere. I think I've only been to like sub joints, pizza joint places, and that's with either my grandson or that one time I went out with Dina. I thought you said you could use battery operated though. That's to Dina. So I could use my dredge, but I think you need a special screen on the end to catch fine stuff. I was listening to doing Keen, whatever it was. I'll have to look into it again, but I just needed an adapter to connect with my pump. I got a 4,700 gallon per hour pump that'll do fine. But if I can't, if I'm up there with you and I dredge like one day and then I take some time off, I'm gonna get that A52 sluice beginning of next week, and that'll be sweet. Then I could just whip stuff on there. And obviously gotta have enough flow, but and I bought that thin sluice box. It's like the 6-inch one in case we get the drought again. Found gold in your carpet. What did you put it in your carpet for? I got it in my carpet too, my dredge carpet. But each time I go out there, I learn little things, little tricks and tips for myself that make it easier. Of course, it's only my second time, but yeah, I mean, I could rig up the dredge or something, or just use that A52S, or A52S. Same difference. Ah, Thomas Pennyweight. Hey, man, it's good to see you. How's it going out there in Indiana? You must be in full swing dredging. Booked down, I got me a dredge, so this is my second time I used it on Monday. This is the concentrations I'm going through. Got a decent amount on, was it a week ago Sunday? Not last Sunday, but Sunday before. I'm learning, I'm getting better. It's fun. I mean, I'm definitely getting more gold than I was before, but it's still gonna be a while before I pay for it. So, of course, then I just dropped another $533 on that sluice, just, yeah, it'll be a while. I'm gonna have to do a lot of dredging. I'm in New Hampshire. This concentration was the concentrates from the Wild Amonoosuc up in Bath. This is under 40 mesh that I'm running. So I got this and another cup more than that to go through. But that's just what I got previous. So I'm into a lot of fine stuff. I'm hoping that I find a lot. I want to continue in that hole. If I get a lot, get down to the deep, bigger stuff. Yeah, it was good getting out there. I can't remember. You had the 4-inch, right? Thomas, you got 4-inch dredge, right? Thanks, Karen. Ooh. You guys probably meet each other on the river. You guys are both from Indiana. It's a good gold out there, right? Because there's no gold anywhere. Yeah, every time I go up to the Wild Amonoosuc, I meet people, new people, and people I know. I wanted to go out to Vermont, visit Joyce and Alan. I guess they were out there with Hans and Debbie and a couple other people. She kind of wanted me to go like Friday and Saturday, but I already had planned Saturday to go with my daughter. So. Gold is in somebody else's state. You must be seeing gold though, right? I see gold. There's a bunch right now. Those cells. Some in there. Let it run out a little bit. Show up. Let's say the last time I got 99.9% on the first run. I almost like don't want to run it a second time. I probably ran at this speed the first time, then maybe a little slower second time. And almost not worth it. I mean, the few pennies I got cost electricity, my time. Of course, I can say that about all the gold. But, try to rinse some of this stuff down. Yeah, I just got to know what's there before Saturday. She kind of wanted like, she's like, oh, my daughter's saying, let's just go up for Saturday. And then she's like, oh, we're going to go camping. We're going to stay somewhere. And she's kind of indecisive. It's like, why don't we just stick to the plan? That way you can see. Need to make kind of probably reservations. I'll go up there another time. Hopefully soon. Yeah, my internet slowed down too. It went from 2.1 or 2.25K to like gigabytes. And then it dropped down to like I think it was like 250 megabytes, and I was upset. It was just like just kidding. Man, it's like they need to fix you guys up with some better internet. I mean, when it might slow down, that's what my normal internet was. But I just recently got the fiber optic. But I don't know why it's slowing down. It shouldn't slow down, but it could be doing more work around the area. Like I said earlier, this town is a tourist town, and so it goes from 6,200 to 28,000 people for the summer. That's not including like day people. So it just everybody using the internet. All right, Dina. See you in a little bit. Be safe. Oh yeah. Right now, I see a bunch right there. There. There's some over here. There. It's looking good. Yeah. Oh, the storm. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Is like, I know I live on a main road, but they really went through here, and all the telephone poles are twice as tall and about 4 inches thicker. They ran all new wiring and stuff. Cut all the trees back. I mean, we very rarely ever have outages. We used to get them a bunch more, but I don't want to live on a main road, but there's going to be, I'm going to have those issues probably in the future. And the place next to me, the road up here, they got underground cables. And I can't afford to live in those houses. They're probably starting at 650,000 plus now, maybe more. I mean, I'd say when they first started building that road, like 8 years ago, they were probably 10 years ago, maybe. Could be longer. Time flies. But it's like, yeah, it's probably longer than that, actually. But I mean, the starting house was like 550. So, of course, then coronavirus came. Everything doubled, just about. So I can't imagine what there would be. Who are the people in your neighborhood? In your neighborhood. So you had a good time with Karen Forrester up there. I still got to plan that too. I want to spend maybe a week up in Maine, just vacationing. Just saying, it's like time. There's not enough time in the day. So the government's gonna change daylight saving time, but they need to change so we have like 48-hour days. Then they'll make us work, 90 hours a week minimum. So you're close to Booth Bay, right, Karen? I was thinking about going toward the Rockland area. From the Rockland, like I would like to go to maybe Port Clyde, but that's kind of central, so I can go to the different peninsulas. I can reach Camden easy enough, and then you can go to Friendship and uh, the one that I go to, Port Clyde. What's the name of the town? Dragon something maybe. And then a little about an hour down south is Booth Bay. Usually the further side north I go is like Fort Knox. I mean, there's right there near the Rockland going to where near Port Clyde. There's a Knox Museum. I've never been in that place. Check it out sometime. So you north of it, south of it, west of it? If you're east of it, then you're out in the middle of the ocean on an island. That wouldn't be bad. I'm seeing a lot of gold. Yeah, I just dropped it in and some of that real fine stuff right on that little creature there. Southwest. Okay. So you're closer to Bath, though. I wouldn't mind going to Bath, maybe checking some stuff out there. I mean, I've driven by there many times. I don't know if they let you on the ships and stuff at the naval, where the ironworks. Of course, I know Dave worked there. Yeah, I stopped in Bath, got a bite to eat. It was like Labor Day weekend. So my daughter still needed they needed equipment for um, field hockey. So I had to get them sticks and shoes and the cleats and stuff, shin guards. So we stopped in Bath at a place. So they had to go to school the next day. Yeah, now the sun is coming in this angle. I'm seeing like a lot of gold. I don't know if you guys are seeing all that. You seeing all that gold there? That's too bad. What else is there to do in Bath? Anything? Take a bath? Just kidding. I don't know. I like so in Bupe. I like going to that botanical garden for one. There's a place with model railroad, model old antique cars. I think they have some model railroad stuff, but they have a train that goes around too the whole park. I once went into they have a oceanographic kind of thing there in Bupe, and just checking out all the ships and stuff. And if you get there, like end of season, like end of August, early September, you get a lot of deals. They sell a lot of stuff like discounted just because they want to get rid of it. I ain't gonna leave any. Oh, don't worry. Wild Amonoosuc is very generous and kind to everybody. There's plenty. Oh yeah, so I actually have a video of my underwater. I was going through my underwater and I had just kind of like looking through. And I got to the pot. I was like, that's the thing. And I know it. I was like, I was going through my concentrates and I found this little bullet, almost like a pellet, but I don't think it's a pellet gun, but it's something small. And I must have sucked it up. It looked like it might have been a little, I don't know if it was a live round. I had a shell to it or whatever it was, but I have it set over in the kitchen, but when I was going through the video, I'm like, there it is, just before I sucked it up. Because I was thinking, like, because I had it in the bedroom, I was like, what did it do? Drop on my, was it one of my pellets? Drop? How could it? Because it has like a little Teflon thing on the pellet I have. And I was like, couldn't cut off and look discolored like that fast. Oh yeah, it's looking good. I mean, didn't go all the way through. I'm definitely gonna run this to a second time. Yeah, so he's got a hybrid. What did he get for a high banker? I heard he was having issues putting together, huh? Did he read directions? No, just because you're a guy means you can still read directions. I read directions all the time if I need to. But of course, the directions I got for the King Sluice, that thing was like 2001, 2012 stuff, and it wasn't even like really right for the right one. I had to do some guessing. So if you think you can get that thing all together, you're not gonna get it all together. You're gonna have to figure some things out on your own. So if you're not mechanically inclined, you might have some issues. Man, these cells are packing with gold. Way more than the last time. Oh, that's all he did, and then put legs. So you got legs for it too? Yeah, I should have. I got a knockoff one, and I should have got that Prospector's Dream Hopper one because I got one so it's not a little bit gaps on the sides. I wish I had got the other one, but oh well, still works. Oh, it's funny, Dina. Yeah, I don't have to mow the next week. It should be really slowing down since it's dry, but so obviously you're not gonna be able to show you the reveal now, but I might flash a picture, but a tease. But I'll save it for maybe a future time too, to go along with my dredging and the underwater footage I got. Pretty cool. I figured out some settings on that camera. The camera that I got from Stephen Kane, he got that at a yard sale. It's like it was broken. The whole thing is. It did I? My grandson took video footage and it didn't do anything, and or maybe I did, and it didn't do anything. And then brought it home and I was adjusting it, and it was just all shuttery. I think someone dropped it, broke it or something. But with mine, I had it goes up to a 4K, but I'm just running on the 1080, and I did some settings. I looked online to see what the best settings for it was, and came out pretty good. And one of the tricks though was like when you're doing the underwater stuff, you gotta move slow. Can't like go real fast. I got new water shoes, Dina. First pair I got through Amazon, ordered size 8. No, I ordered size 7. I was gonna get 8, but then I wasn't gonna get it in time. So I ordered a size 11. No, I mean I ordered a size 7. Excuse me. I got a size 11. That's like so I was gonna wear them, but when I went dredging, but then I decided, well, we got a dive shop right in town. I went down there and I got me a new pair, but they're not the same ones. Not as quite as good quality, but still nice. And actually tried them on for size. Show you them real quick. They're pretty nice. These ones here, they're thug boots. And there's the other ones, the nicer bottom, but there was like shoelaces in the front, which I don't know why they had shoelaces in the front. They're too long. And this part here, the ankle part, actually kind of felt tight. And that was a size 11. So this has got a nice zipper, and you just Velcro it so the zipper keeps locked. They're a little lighter, but I put my wetsuit over it, keeps dirt from getting in there. I didn't really slip very much. I mean, still, it's starting to get that brown algae up there on the WAM now, so you got to be careful. People walking in there and I'm like, take it easy. I was slipping myself a little bit. So yeah, you folks, just take it easy when you're on the river. Don't rush. Just pretend you're old. The way I am old. Just go slower when you're walking. Once I'm in my spot and I'm dredging, I guess I can go as fast as I want, but trick is that you can't. I mean, I could have maybe turned it up a little higher, but I don't know. I'm still learning. I had to sit down low. Still getting a ton of material. It could suck up maybe faster. I don't know, but then I might blow it out. I was going through a lot of fines, and so that's I don't know. I'll be figuring that out as time goes by. So all this stuff is like super fines. People who had more experience than me that maybe I can find out. Yeah, you can see it. You can see it where the sun is shining on that. It's a bunch of gold there. So those other boots I got, the Amazon, they're good boot, NSR or something like that. But they were actually I did get booties down there for scuba diving snorkeling years ago. They don't carry that brand anymore though. But it's a lot. It was a lot lighter. It's more for putting on like in your flippers or walking on a sandy beach, not rocks. But I don't think any of us really want to fall on rocks. Just be careful. So I was doing my clean out, and there was like I dragged my dredge back to the other side because that's the shore where I was going to get out the car. And, whoop, the wind was picking up. I didn't want it to blow everywhere. And so I'm looking down. I was like, there must have been 20 plus little minnows swimming around. And then I had the green rug, whatever they use on the dredge, and I ran it through first. I bought a rectangular. It's like that, nice handle. It's for window washing. Worked great, but it wasn't like getting a full rinse. So I had my 3 gallon buckets, like 5 gallon wet, and I was able to get clean water and do it a couple times, get a real good cleaning out of it. A couple times I went to grab the water, and twice I picked up a fish. It's like crazy. So I got to dump them out before I clean my rug. I didn't want to trying to get him out and lose my gold. If these are going to be on later, I wonder if where they're going to be this week. I know that. Seen up in Maine there, Dina? They weren't in bad. Somebody else was staying where they usually stay. Yeah, I actually have a detached tailbone, if it's still there. Eventually the bones can just dissolve. And I'm certain I got that in the service. And then I got knocked down a couple times, salted, and pushed onto a stairs. And boy, that thing, oh, sometimes that hurt. Because it's right where you want to sit down. And now it's like that lower back, especially right around the belt line. And so I don't like wearing belts a lot. I had pressure down in that spot because it really aches. This is like after doing this for a couple hours, I'll be achy. Feeling it now already. I got this chair raises me up some, but still, you're kind of awkward. Suppose I could bring this closer, but then I have no place to put the pan. Should have built a little shelf here to sit the pan on. Drip a little bit on the side here. Yeah, well, it could last a long time, Dina. I hate to say it, but you'll get to a point where maybe it can be more moving and won't be as bad. My broken back part, it's just, I wouldn't say the pain is any better. I've just gotten better at tolerating it. And it'll flare up real bad at times. But I got the neck and shoulder, so it's like, oh, yeah, dredging is easier, but I use some muscles that I haven't been using in a long time. Neck, because I already have that neck and shoulder issues, but in between my scalpels and my neck and shoulders, I couldn't even hold up my arms to drive home. I was so much pain. But imagine by summer's end, I should be built up enough muscle. It won't be as bad. It's not that the nozzles are heavier thing is, it's just that it's because it's awkward and you're turning and twisting in that holes. It's like stiff, so you're trying to move it around. Someone the other day, they made a comment about the goalie box, and they said something, and it's like, oh, once you get a 4-inch dredge, you won't have that problem. You won't be sucking and getting blockage. And it's like, well, yeah, that's true, but I can't handle a 4-inch dredge. I don't know. A lot of people. I mean, you're young and healthy and strong. Yeah, that'd be the way to go. Definitely, we'll be getting a lot of material with the 4-inch. Well, Tina, you need to not go over those bumps like at 90 miles an hour. I'll be right back. 1 second. I'm gonna get a little cloth to wipe my screen. For some reason there's some dust on it. I'm getting that glare. I am kind of fanatic with dust though. I always close this up when I'm not using it. Dust gets everywhere. It's like you think your house is like perfect sometimes and the sun shines through and all of a sudden you start seeing dust. You're like, what? I freak out. I do have like air purifiers and stuff. All right. Well, that's a lot better. Yeah, you always want to use very soft cloth. And if you're gonna clean like your screens, TV screens, or these, just a slight damp cloth, and squeeze out all the moisture out of it as you can, and just slightly go over, wipe it, dry it with these a couple times. All right, put it somewhere where it won't get wet. Just go through that. Man, this is gonna be wild. I don't think you guys are gonna be continue to watch me forever do this. I'd have to hustle. No idea what time it is. It's 6:19 already. Yikes. Definitely a lot of gold in here though. Don't let that bee take control of you. Well, look at all that right there. See that part right there? Maybe you can't. Turn this a tiny bit. Now you can see. Fancy shawl for powwow. Oh yeah, I think when I get back from my dredging this weekend, I'm gonna do my rain dance. See if it actually works. Well, it's not my rain dance, but one I learned as young teen. Way back, it's like in the 70s, probably yeah, 70s. Probably early 70s, mid 70s. Over at Loon Mountain, they had a powwow. Because they haven't had one of those there for ages. Now they have the Highlander games there, but there were some Native Americans up there, and they were all in their garb and had dresses and everything, fancy powwow shawl thing you're talking about, and it taught me rain dance and a wall dance, and I still remember them. Regalia. Yeah, after the weekend, we'll do that. I don't know if it'll work, but try. The craziest, like, since like 2020, we've had a lot of summers that have been like dry weather. Maybe one or two of those years was more normal. But places like over in Asia, like including China, they're getting like hit by like torrential rain, like those typhoons and major storms like crazy. They've had a lot of dams break, major flooding, just wiping out whole villages real bad. I mean, of course, we do get them here too. We had those a couple of years ago, those bad ones down there. So, but the last couple of years, the hurricane season predictions and stuff, it's like nothing. Like I haven't even heard anything. Like I haven't even mentioned anything about any hurricanes this year. At least I've not been paying attention enough. But it's just crazy how the weather pattern has changed so much. That's the one thing about living up in the Northeast. Yeah, we get weather. I mean, this place had two hurricanes, not hurricanes. Well, we have had hurricanes come through, but by the time they come through, they're mild, like a 1 or 2 category. Very rarely do they get bigger than that. But I mean, that can still cause a lot of damage. But this place had a tornado. It hit, like, came on this property back in 1902 and 1907. So they came, took one of the apple trees hit right in front of me, and then off to my left over there, he had a carpenter's shed. He was a carpenter in town, build houses and stuff, but that got wiped out. And across the street, that roof got wiped out in the house. Over there, they ripped the roof off from the barn over there. Huge barn. So they can happen. So what happens is, on the other side of the lake, there's a high plateau, the mountains. They got the Gunstock Mountain Range. Then it drops down onto the lake. The mountains aren't real high, but it's a long area of a high plateau, and then it drops. And as it whips across the lake, it sometimes could flip up when it comes up back up the hill. It caused that strong wind. So if I hear in the morning, typically it's coming from the north and heading southward toward the lake. The prevailing winds will blow that way, and then it'll be calm during midday, and then like now, the winds, I can start feeling that breeze coming up from the lake. The heat's rising and it's heading up to the hills. Though I am actually kind of on a hill here, anyways, but still it goes up a little elevation, a little high behind me. It's good to know those things, though, if you like, especially if you're a hunter. You know that all the deer can smell you. I just saw a big piece. Hope it didn't go down. No, it's still there. Nice one. Nice pieces right in here. So it's all through here. And I still got a ton to go. It's a lot of work. Didn't think I was going to have this much concentrates again this time, because I let it run a little longer afterwards, but still a lot of concentrate. Like I said, it was a lot of fine material I had. Getting there though, at least for the first one. Second one wasn't quite as much. Still a lot. Keep dropping this edge here. Oh, it's like me today. I said I went down here a couple years ago. I clean all the webs on the downstairs really good. Put like spider traps and everything. They're not too bad down there. They got bad down here for many years. There's nothing. We replaced all the floor joists. Well, the whole thing has been renovated, but all the floor joists and everything downstairs. But there's like cobwebs all between the joists, and it's like, oh man, I hate to go down there. But I had a stick that was like that big and about that wide, and I just took the thing and started going around like twisting, and it just like cotton candy. I was just like, wow, this is a lot easier. And I was like, I can handle doing this. It's not too bad. It just so I did a little section to get it. Because I was looking for a tool or something. I was like a lug wrench for you taking your tires off. Something I thought I had an old one. So I didn't want to use the one for my car, but I ended up finding something else I can use. An old drill, actually. It's thin and it's long. Because I get a rock jam. So I'm going to try that trick I thought of. So, anyways, I cleaned out some of those cobwebs. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. So, try to clean it. Shouldn't be dusty and nasty like it was over there. But and then get those traps down there. But I was like in the back. It's like the rock foundation, but we poured a lot of concrete in some of the areas, all concrete. But something, I don't know, it was a raccoon or what, but it pushed in the rock or something. And I told you, like my grandson, when he got his kayak out, there was like parts of birds in there and feathers. But in the back, it was like all kinds of hawk feathers. So something, I don't know how they got a hold of a hawk, though. It's pretty crazy. Unless the hawk died or something. Maybe he got hit by a vehicle. I mean, I'm always seeing like crow feathers out front, hawk feathers, turkey feathers. So I've been getting a collection of them. I can have my own headdress there, Tina, pretty soon. I got all those hawk feathers out back. So I'll clean them first so they're not nasty. And I'm going to zip through this a little faster. All right, try to keep it to the smooth side. You still here, Karen? Still alive, right? Yeah, I see myself. You gonna be going to Maine anytime soon? Well, you are in Maine, but to the Coos Canyon? Gonna have to try that high banker out. You guys should come out to Wild Amonoosuc sometimes. You guys only come out here like in the spring. It's like, I know there'll be a fee though if you have a powered equipment, but if I dredge, I could always let you borrow my sluice box or something. You're gonna be in Twin River in October? Oh, that'll be cool. Yeah, I want to do that for the foliage weekend. Just somewhere, either Maine or New Hampshire. Man, this is one big baby I'm feeding here. Taking forever. Hungry. You're a nuthatch. Quack, 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 quack. It still is. Got a bunch in it. Yeah, you can see it on the camera. You can see the gold. I gotta get a decent amount. As much as I had the last time when I dried it all out and weighed it, it weighed like, it was close to 0.03. So it still wasn't that much. Kill you? Who's gonna kill you? And when I broke my back here, falling off here, it's like I should have went by ambulance. When I get to the hospital, they weren't treating me like an ambulatory person. I should have. Then wait. Finally, when they, ooh, that's a nice big one right there. Woo. See that? And it's like put me on the X-ray table and then doing like CAT scans. They were like kind of felt rough to me. I was like in pain, like just like. I came home. I didn't walk for 6 weeks. Oh man, now you make me hungry there, Lord Shadow. I don't think I've eaten today. Yikes. You don't need food. Come on, just watch me. Or you can get food and watch me. Look at all that gold. Man, I'm getting down to the bottom step. There's a lot of gold in there. Woo! Okay, Karen. Thanks for coming and watching. Appreciate it very much. Hopefully I'll see you guys soon. Yeah, I mean, I'm used to, some people can go 10 minutes without food. It's like, you're not going to die. You could go without it for a little while. And sure, you might get tired and weak, but man, it's like go. everywhere. Little micros there. I'll try. I'm gonna be sure after tonight, but I got till Saturday to recoup. I hope we all have help with the dredge, but yeah, the gold is really showing up now. Someone else coming on tonight this time? I was hoping they'd start this like 3 o'clock or earlier, but I had those technical difficulties. Look at all that gold. I'm seeing it, and you know there's a lot more in here. It's hiding. So kind of like I'm watching these cells here. Oh, you can't really see it near the bottom, the bigger ones. And as the first row, I see them like emptying out, and I'll work dump on one side, and then I'll dump on the other side. And pretty much that's good enough because it splits it to the middle, and it covers the whole thing. What's up, Jason? Thanks for coming out, visiting. Oh yeah, I know. Sometimes I get that sneezing bout of stuff. But can you see all that gold there, Jason? This is from me dredging on Monday. This is the under 40 classified. Under 40 mesh. And this was some bigger stuff that I pulled out earlier. Make sure I put enough water in it so it don't blow away. The wind's strong here. Oh, aching. I still got this much to go through. You see all that gold. And I still have all this to go through. I'm going to be here for a while. Jack, thanks for visiting, my man. Good to see you. You're getting me some gold. This is from the Wild Amonoosuc River. So I went up Monday by myself, dragged the dredge down there, and set it all up. Of course, I did a couple hiccups, but I got about 7 hours of dredging in. I'm back to the hole that I was in that I knew I had got gold. And I can see there's gold. There's more gold. I believe there's should be a lot more in this one. Started getting down to the harder packed stuff. So I'm hoping I get back there Saturday. Nobody's jumped in my hole. Although it's like somebody threw some more rocks back into it. So I had to throw a few out before I started. But somebody hit that hard. I don't know. Maybe they had a 4-inch dredge, but they must have covered a 40-foot area more and just in like a 3-foot hole and 4 or 5 feet wide. It's crazy. There's definitely a lot of gold in that area. So leave my hole alone, right? Working on it, Jack. Now there's 2 J's. That's messing my head up. Yeah, there's a bunch here. Jason, this is the same river that we have the rendezvous at. Twin River Campgrounds. You have to have a to dredge. You got to have a permit. For in-state, it's 25. I think out of state, it's 50. You're limited to 4-inch wide, and I think 5 horsepower. Ooh, that wind is coming up. Like I said, it's start coming up from the lake. But I have the 2.5-inch king dredge. That's all I can handle. But yeah, 4-inch would definitely suck up a lot of material. But I picked up the order. It should be here next Tuesday. But the A52S King Super Sluice. So the Twin Rivers sometime in October. They don't even open up until beginning of May. So there's part of the season you couldn't use it up there anyways. Couldn't really sluice, but I could maybe sluice somewhere else. And in Maine, there's no dredging. It's not all year. It's only dredging's only from June 15th to September 15th. So having that will give me options, be easier on my back. Yeah, my first time I got a decent amount. Yeah, you're right, Dina. I know I bought the high banker, and I have $25 for that, and then Twin Rivers they charge you. So first time I went was 17, and this time it was 18. It varies. Last year I paid 25 for the high banker, and it's like I couldn't move much material at all. That was kind of crazy, but so it varies. I guess depends on the holidays, season, or whatever. But yeah, I can't justify me spending that money. I mean, solution's not bad because you can go there for $5 and you can hang around the campground, use the pool and other stuff for $5. $7, you can do the same thing plus you can sluice. So solution's not bad. I mean, always $5 if you just actually if you're panning too, it's $7. So. But I don't know, like I said, that could change day to day. So it doesn't make sense for me anyways, because I can't move that much material, just high bank and digging. I'd rather save that for like Maine. But now that I got the dredge, I might as well take as much advantage of that as possible. But I can't do it every day. I just can't. I do it, and then I might need close to a week, you know. Because it is, I did it Monday. I want to go up Saturday, but at least Saturday I'm going to have help. And I may not do it as aggressively. But like if I go up to Maine, I stay up in Maine, I dredge one day, I might need 2 or 3 days. Maybe I'll pan or just relax and kind of explore the area, or just hang around, do a little panning maybe, or bring in that mini high banker thing I have and use that. I mean, I wish I didn't have a bad back and I could go all day long, every day. Could probably make a living out of it if you could. I mean, I know there's other jobs that may be easier. better living out of, but get you on the river. Yeah, I'll be both of them when I go up there. Maybe in sluice, my pans. I always gotta have a pan. But heck, maybe I'll bring this up and like on my off day, just sit at camp and run this. Maybe I'll get a camp with electricity, or I have my. This probably doesn't draw that much power, and I've got those. Well, that's the only problem. I stopped bringing the dredge and other stuff. I was like, I do have those generators, and I got solar panel. I can kind of recharge them. I got that one that folds, and it's like it's only about that thick. Folds up small, and it's really light. That's a 400-watt solar panel. But I get everything in. I get most of all my gear into the trunk of my car, except for the pontoons. It's possible I could get the pontoons in there, everything in there. But like my first time I went out, I bought 4 gallons of gas, like 1 gallon each. Figured there'll be light ones. But find out after running 2 days, and I still have almost a full tank, and I haven't even used 1 gallon yet. So I don't need to bring all that gas. So there's some space saved there. And maybe I put some buckets or something in front instead, in the back. I could get the pontoon probably in the back. Get everything in there. It's just as easy to just put it in the back seat. I'll still be able to get my tent and other stuff in there. I should be able to get everything in there. High bankers. And probably the generator too. Of course, I could also put it in my front seat. But if I have somebody come with me, then that might limit. The dredge isn't really heavy. It's kind of bulky, and I can't like bring. I had the 2 or 3, whatever generators that I brought one year, and that was way too much weight. But I've never even ran out of one of them. That small one I had, I used it up there, and I didn't like. I made my coffee and made a couple of hot waters for meals. I had that propane thing. I found out I got my other cooking stove, but I could always just run downtown and into Rumford and just get a bite to eat. Grab a couple of sandwiches, throw them in the cooler or something. Oh yeah, because I didn't figure out my cooler. That takes up space. Yeah, well, in the past, I always did everything. Everybody's saying, "Oh, bring the cons home," and I've been bringing more cons home recently, and I definitely, when you're dredging, there's no way you're gonna be doing this dredging. You just need to do this at home or at camp. But like, I wouldn't dredge all day and then come back to camp and sluice this out because I would be too wiped out. We want to go back, relax, get something to eat, and almost wanting to go to bed right away. But yeah, look at that first row. It's packed with gold. It's all through here. Some down here. Most of it's up there. I'll probably run this a second time. I'll run the other stuff a second time too. I'll run it at a little bit slower speed. But if it has a lot, then it's probably worth going through a second time. Instead of getting like 6 or 7 little micros, I might get a dozen. Might be worth it. Maybe not. I get one of my little grandkids to do it. It's like, hey, you get some free gold. You just run it through it. It's time consuming. I'm down to the last bit of this. And then I got my other pan. Alright. See how I can work this. Seeing some material on the riffles here. Kind of got the camera in the way here, but we'll make it work. Oh yeah, look at that. I can't see it, but a little piece of gold right there, somewhere. See it in the black sands there? Where is it? Somewhere. Near the edge there. Wow. Anyway, believe me, it's there. A couple pieces of it. Yeah, there's some real fine micros there too in that black sand. All washed down. All right. One pan down. Ugh. I still got this to go. This is going to be a long process. I wonder if I should just do this tomorrow. Well, look at all the gold packed in there. It looks bigger on my end. More. This wasn't as full of a pan, but it's still a lot. Well, Jason, you been doing any gold prospecting? Do you get to go out? I caught it. And dogs barking off in the distance. Reminds me of Pink Floyd. Yeah, definitely the gold sticking out there. Yeah, well, that's yeah. Like I said, the same thing, Jason. It's like I just get out there, just be out in the river. I haven't got much at all. Dredging might make the difference. And if you're having the talk, Wrench was talking about the other day, and he's with this bad back and shoulder. Oh, right now I'm like kind of dizzy. Back. But it's it's easier to dredge than it is digging holes and and having to classify material and everything. It's just a lot of work. If you got bad back or something, it's just a lot. And I just don't run that much material. But the amount of material I was able to run the other day, huge difference. And that's half the battle with prospecting. Well, at least that's been half my battle. It's like you got to be able to run materials. More material, the more gold. Obviously, got to have gold in the first place. But I've been in areas I get gold all the time, but it's like, well, on a good day, maybe I'm running like I don't know. I'm not. I'm running like a 3 gallon bucket, but I'm only filling it like 3/4. And if, on a real good day, I might do 10 buckets of them. So where's that come out to? Like 25 gallons or whatever. It's not a real lot of material. And that's on a real good day. But on some days, maybe I'm only doing 2, 3. But on average, it's probably 4 or 5. So it's not a lot of material. But my grandson, he only ran 2 buckets of unclassified material. It was real fine stuff, so there wasn't much little stones to move. And he just ran it through my sluice, and he got a fairly decent amount, but just happened to be in a concentrated spot. It was gold. Now I'm seeing gold accumulating there now. This thing is all jammed. So I like to say, yeah, that looks pretty neat, Tina. I like that idea. I mean, it's probably less expensive than buying the A52S, and that thing still weighs a few pounds. It's not light, but I can just throw a ton of that material right on there. I was watching Joe editing how he did it. I was like, man, I need to get one of these things. It's just, I mean, it's not much different than my dredge, but it's just a sluice box. And no classifying, less bending over. I just slam the stuff on there and let it do its thing. And I mean, classifying in some situations, yeah, that'd be the way to go. But of course, what I do a lot of panning. I mean, I'd say that 80% of all my gold prospecting has been panning. I pan the White Mountain a lot. Sure, I'm not getting a lot of gold and more work, but sometimes I just enjoy just being in the mountains. I go like on Tunnel Brook and like so quiet and by myself, just hearing the river and the birds. So quiet, I can even hear the fish. They go blup 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 blup. Yeah, look at that gold there. So I got that video coming out on Friday. I still gotta upload it though. Add description to it, but for the final polish, the rocks came out pretty good in that one. But that was back in November. I said a little poem and it was for like Thanksgiving time. Yeah, maybe a little corny, but it's still kind of appropriate for the time. Yep. So you got those plastic pieces too, dredge things. Still got to classify, right? Unless you have those other pots that he had. Thanks again, Dina. Have a good night. Appreciate you coming and spending all this time here. Yeah, I'm not sure how much I'm gonna run. I might have to just do this off screen here. I don't know who else is still around, but probably had to stop before the hippies anyways. They're on at 7:30. Still full watching. Didn't necessarily expect a lot of people, but summertime is slow. Everybody's busy enjoying the summer. Maybe I just dropped some stuff. It could have been gold, man. Who knows? Here's some shining. You can see it. That's all jamming. A ton of gold there. Yeah, amazing. Like you don't see the gold, and then all of a sudden there it is. But I saw the gold on the indicator, man. Saw flakes and quite a few small pieces. But yeah, Ranch was talking about how it sticks to that green man. He doesn't really like it, but brush got it off pretty good that I had. But definitely, I saw like little tiny micro sticking to it. JP, Gentleman Prospector. Cool. Thanks for coming in. Hope I'm not like intervening with you and Mama Bird. You guys have one going on tonight? I'm gonna be like you. Look at this. I got all this gold here, like you, right? This is my dredging gold. I'd show you the little 4 pieces I have that I got previously, but this is all on the 40 mesh. This is from Monday. Dredging on the Wild Amonoosuc River. So still got that much to go. I already went through almost a full pan already, but I think this is going to be a lot more than the last time. Got in that same hole, and I got deeper into some more compacted stuff, more bigger stones, and bigger than that too. Got under some of the big rocks. I'm gonna go up Saturday with my daughter and hopefully hit it hard again. continue on, maybe get into some even bigger stuff. That was all 40 minutes. I only got these. I think this was like above 10 minutes and probably under 20 minutes or something, or 20 minutes above it. But most of it, like I was saying was last time, most of it was the fine stuff. I don't know if you can see this material there, but look at all the garnets. This thing is loaded with garnets. So last night I spent hours picking the garnets out. And there's still a ton there, a little fine stuff, but I'm gonna do it for like giveaway. I'm gonna get 3 vials, so I'm gonna give one to the blueberry crew and then 2 to regular subscribers. Finally reached the 500 mark. Yeah, I've had bigger ones. No, I hadn't even get up. I haven't been up in a while early in the morning, but I used to see you. You'd be up early doing this. I was gonna do a little earlier, but technical difficulties. I brought the stuff outside, had to set cameras, had to refigure the OBS, do the updates. I need a thumbnail. It wasn't cooperating. I'm like sending it to my email, but it wasn't sending. I was like, oh, come on. One thing after another. And then I reset my internet a couple times because it didn't seem like I had full internet. And finally I did. Of course, I had my earbuds. I was checking to make sure I could hear myself. Because I don't really need it, but it's all set. Hopefully the next time will be even easier if I do like this outdoor stuff. Of course, I'm gonna have to bring my laptop and everything in, but just hope this wind doesn't get stronger though. Whipping. We had rain earlier today. That I also had. I was like, this is like a full-time job. It's like I got my video ready for Friday. I was gonna get it out last week, but that didn't happen. For my rock tumbling stuff, so make sure Mama Bird sees that one. It's got my shiny rocks, the polished ones. That was back in November, and then I have another series I'll put out later, probably late August, September, of some of my rock tumbling stuff. Yeah, everybody's going fishing now. I went fishing first time in like 3 years. Last weekend, I went Saturday and Sunday. I did that live. I had a fair amount of people come out. I like fishing stuff. And then I posted a video of my grandson catching that chain pickerel. Got over 1,200 views on that. And somehow I thought he had videotaped me catching the smallmouth bass, but it was small anyways. I don't know what the footage is. And I got one of the rock bass. That's pretty good. I need to post that soon. And then just me going up to the Ossipee Mountains. I was up there. I tried a few pans, but we tried trout. Just nothing was biting. Probably too warm, I guess. I went to the spot where Bigfoot was. I don't know. It was probably just turkeys. Hey, Mama Bird. See, I was just talking about you. Rocks. Got some more stuff coming out on Friday. Like the final polish I did back in November. Oh, there's something funny. That's something kind of funny. Wow, this pan is like almost full. I guess it would be because I had 2 pans full. All right, I'm gonna swap this out real quick. Maybe I don't knock the sluice over. Some of the material's gonna fall. Try I'll get it later. You can see how much I already did. Alright, I got another pan handy. Sink it. I'm liking this dredging though. Definitely getting the gold. I don't have to hustle there. The hippies are coming on and I'm not done. I'd have to end the stream before I'm finished, but obviously I'm not going to be able to pan it out today. I'll show you in the future. Sounds weird. Like I got a piece of sand in there or something. See how that? Number burn, GP? GP, I mean? Oh, I said J. GP? This gold there, gold. Yummy gold. So it's warm. You must be going for a warm water species. You going for those paddle tail nose things? Hopefully I'll get back out again soon. And that place I was fishing the other day, Saturday, where we caught that big pickerel. We usually get some big bass there. We went to another spot like under this bridge that we normally go to, and we always catch stuff. Nothing real big, but one time this kid caught a nice big bass, and I didn't really know what they were doing. They hit the rock, it fell in, and bam, he catches it, and it's like, why not me? But I mean, we always see fish chasing the lures and stuff. But it just seemed very odd that there wasn't that many fish there. I don't know, maybe it's just too much activity, a lot of boats since the 4th of July. Good night, Jason. Thanks for coming. I really appreciate it. Much appreciated. Yo, JP, remember, guess what? Say it again, GP. GP? G. EFG? Yeah, G. Gentleman Prospector. I just call you by your regular name, it'll be easier. What was I saying now? Forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, so I even got my hunting license this year. I haven't hunted in like 20 years. I just my back and my brother-in-law is willing to get the deer and butcher it all up. You can have most of it all. I don't care. And feed the kids, my grandkids. I just want maybe some back straps, and maybe he can cook me up some nice stuff. He does cook really well, but there's no way I could drag one. Yeah, if I go back near his property there, they can drive up the hill with an ATV, drag it back or something. Yeah, well, I'll have to videotape that, but after I broke my back, I just didn't go out anymore, and then my shoulders were just so bad, I couldn't pull my bow back anymore. I gave that to my grandson. Nice bow. But, I mean, I could get a crossbow. Get one of those ones that are automatic. I don't know. I acquired my dad's shotgun. It's a really nice shotgun. And it's an automatic, and I always wanted to go bird hunting, so maybe I'll go turkey hunting this year. But yeah, it's gold right. I don't know if you can see it there on that part. In there, this thing's acting noisy. I hate to shut it off. Let's have a tiny little bit of grit in there. The pump. Gold. I'm seeing gold everywhere. And I got my muzzle loader. So I'm going to do some, maybe go out muzzle loading. Although I don't know, you have to get probably an extra, you can't get one rifle and muzzle loader, but it gives me an option. I like my muzzle loader. So I built it myself years ago. Kentucky Mountain Rifle, CVA. Kind of like Rob did Alaska, but he's got like the musket from Cambridge. So when I was 15, I bought the kit and I built it. And these shoes did a couple years ago, and there had been some issue, and they ended up doing something they got supposedly fixed. But the thing is like super accurate, and I like carrying it around because it's like super balanced. It's not very heavy, and it's just balanced so nice, and it just comes right up real easy. Of course, my 30-06 is nice. Got a nice scope on it. Yeah, it'll be good to get out with the family, do some. I can't. I'm not gonna be walking a mile into the woods though. Not like I walk like 1 or 2 miles into the woods, and then I gotta drag a deer back out. Just don't think I'll be doing that. Not with like heavy boots and heavy clothing and stuff. You guys have any events coming up that you're going to? I'm trying to get out to Maine sometime soon. But Saturday I'm going to back up where I was to drop back into that same hole. The son-in-law is going to be prospecting for the first time, and I brought my daughter and the grandkids. Well, the new baby hasn't been, but he's not going to prospect, obviously. But they'll probably hang out at the pool a lot, playground area. Maybe the 11-year-old might come out prospect with me. He's been wanting to, but his mother doesn't really let him. Or she'll say, "Oh, he might not like it." You never know. It's like, what kid doesn't like rocks, though, right, Mama Bird? Kids can just go there and find rocks. You hearing that humming? So how's Hopper doing anyway? She doing all right? I've been praying for her. She's getting about some. Giving a lot of gold. No? That cell's just attracted to gold. At first, I wasn't getting any up above, but now it's a ton of micros there. You might have a slight, I mean, the bubble's in the circle, but it's slightly to one side. That's probably why it's flowing more that way. Yeah, there's still gold in these ones. All right, thanks. Yeah, I'm surprised. I was asking Tina because this cars are going by. It's just like a highway here. It's like they did probably hear that muscle car that went by earlier. I've got the chimes. You hear the chimes going on? But I got silver, silver plated knives, forks, spoons, old ones that are tingling, and then I got bells over there. I got another set of chimes here. I got some other chimes I'm gonna be putting out too. I like the sound of chimes. Maybe not when I'm sleeping, but yeah, I'm gonna take that out, pop. But I want to just get through this stuff, not stop it. Go right there. So you guys know I finally reached the 500 mark. Subs. Got 502. I met a couple on the river the other day, and he subbed to me. Gave him some of my stickers and poker chicks. It's only that second time actually prospecting. They come up from Connecticut. They prospected down there once. They didn't really find anything, but gave them some tips. Gonna show them how to do a little panning. I mean, I didn't. I just showed them and let them deal with it. But well, I didn't really talk to her. I talked to him. But So can you guys dredge out there? But do you guys dredge out there? I had Pennywise come on earlier. That was a nice surprise. Motorcycles. I met him the year. Well, I didn't really. I saw him, but I didn't actually get to talk to him. And I've been following his channel here and there. And then I know he's got a big dredge, and I did get to meet him this rendezvous and spend some time with him. But he came on my channel earlier, so I was nice to see him. You guys probably met him, right? He's out in Indiana. Yeah, right here. I take the pictures a lot of times from here. Or you right on the ground, anywhere around the house. On the other side, it was like the parade for the 4th of July. It was like 20 feet away from the street. It was behind a big spruce tree. She just went down and lie down and watched. And every once in a while, she heard noise. She'd look over. She sat there for lying down for, I don't know, a couple of hours. Just crazy. Just the other day, she did come in. She came in down here with the baby. She heard me, but then they went over. The baby was over there for a while, and she kept on looking at me. And baby was doing its own thing. I don't know if there's any water. We kind of built a little pond over there, but maybe dry. The brook, not really a brook, but water retaining. It does seep through, and it's all dried up. But they went over in that corner, and then they walked back, and the mother was up there, and then the baby kind of like ran out in the street. The mother waited, and she finally went across. But then I saw them the other day. She was just her, and different though, and they were right over there, neighbor's field. But they're always around. It just like maybe they don't come every day, but quite often. You just got to be paying attention. And it's like I'm not outside all day. They could be on this side of the house. It could be in the back of the house. It could be on that side of the house. But I mean, they go with the neighbors a lot too, and they feed birds, and they go get the free bird food. Yeah, he's a nice guy. A lot of great people in the Go community. Jack is one of my favorite. Right, Jack? I don't know if you can down in here on that little picture here. There's a dragon or something. Surprised there's still some in it, but very micro. That's jam packed. It's down through here. These all got some that came down here. So we'll run this again, sure. The last time I didn't have this much, so running it the second time almost wasn't worth it. But there's much more concentrate this time. Ugh. Definitely work though, getting all this done. Almost done. Not really. Still got a bunch more to go. But getting there. So I had the spoons that I get from my tumbling media, the like 60, 90 grit stuff. But my mom had this, and I was like, I'm gonna get that, and it's New Hampshire. I'm saying, but works great because it holds the stuff right in there. Not too much either. It's just the right amount. Put some on one side, one on the other side. Just feed my baby. Just that's a lot, you know. It's not like, oh, big giant shovelful and just dump it in and it's gone. It's like, gotta have patience. Trying to get my grandson to slow down when it comes to prospecting. He just wants to throw the stuff in the sluice so fast that it doesn't have time to settle down and get into it. But he did get a lot of gold. Sluicing the last time, he did slow down a lot. But then when it came to panning, he missed a bunch. I'm gonna have to refill my bottle here in a second. We'll see. Maybe I'll get enough done here. Clean these riffles out. It's good enough for now. Could be gold right there. Gust of wind. Cheers. What time is it? Ah, hip bees are on. Guess I'm gonna have to watch them afterwards. I mean, I could stop and watch, but then I still want to get this done before dark. So I really want to know how much I have. So the big decision of what I do Saturday. We may be getting some of the big sales, but these other ones are filling up gold. I guess that's a good thing. Yahoo! Ah. Yeah, you can see the gold. Yeah, I'd be done already if everything went well today, but not how life works. Bound to be hiccups. I don't know if you're still here, gentlemen prospector, but are you guys going on a boat tomorrow, or are you going to be fishing from shore? You going to be on a boat or fishing from shore? You were here. You're here? Ah. Yeah, tell her don't spill wax, though. I was custodian for 3 years. I know what it's like. You gotta hustle and get a lot of things done during the summer. It's a different kind of thing you do, but all the rugs you gotta wash, all the floors you gotta wax, all the nasty desks you gotta clean, all the gum you gotta pull off the bottom of them. Maybe painting, washing windows, washing walls. Yeah, we painted a lot of rooms too. So I think it was second or third summer I was there. Probably the second summer. And then working with the deaf guy. And I learned sign language after, it was just me and him. We were doing the cleaning together, working, and I ended up learning sign language. I was real good at it. I don't remember any of it anymore. Weird. It's kind of strange how some things in life I remember really well and other things I don't. Imagine if I was surrounded a deaf person for a while, I'd pick it up. But I wouldn't say his was actually official because he probably spoken a lot of slang. But I could carry on full conversation like real fast. Ooh, that sounds good. Yummy. Finishing building 5 this summer. What do you mean by finishing it? Like floor wax? Say the first, I was in the junior high, and then I went to the middle elementary school afterwards. Long story, but anyways, that had something to do with the ex. So I ended up in the elementary school. But when I was in the middle school, I was in charge of the gym. I knew gym, basically. It's like nobody ever felt follow the rules. Like you're not supposed to be walking all across it, good eating no food and stuff. Basketball season, there was like sodas, drinks, foods everywhere, everything in the bleachers. Yeah, they didn't give a darn. It's like I can never get the thing clean enough. It was just way too much work. Because then you had the nights where you had to set up for the school teachers or town meetings and stuff. So you could set up all the chairs and everything and do your work. On a good night, you can get everything done early. On other nights, you're just like running like a madman, just like at 4 times speed, just trying to get things done. It was good, but yeah, well, it was a lesson and experience. Something I can relate with other people who have done it. I did do a couple times during the day, and that's a different story too. So I was doing the night, coming in at like 3 o'clock or whatever. But during the day, it's like you got to deal with other things like throw up, messes. I did learn something about boys and girls. Girls are worse when it comes to the bathrooms in like the gym locker room. Oh man, it's like girls made a nasty mess everywhere. Throw stuff around, throw toilet paper everywhere, and it's like, what in the world? Although sometimes they were both pretty bad. Oh yeah, that must be fun. Split cups and then everything spilled everywhere and stickiness. It's in the bleachers, it's on the floor. It's like no respect. Girls are evil, they can't help it. Yeah, well, yeah, you got it's like everybody eating the cafeteria, and you gotta sweep the floors, lift up all the tables, sweep the floors, mop the floors, and get it all ready for the next group. It's like, well, it's a lot of fun, and then be there during the lunchtime and pick up the spills as they're eating and dropping stuff on the floor. We had this older guy that worked there during the day, and he was practically blind. He couldn't see, but he just went through the motions and everything real good, and he just cleaned things up. He just did it because he just knew. Just didn't have to see it, but he just went through and wiped things down, cleaned things up. Of course, if someone did throw up, you gotta get your gown on, your booties on, and mask and everything, just in case. Special spray it on there, let it sit for a while to decontaminate it. And then you can start mopping it up, picking it up, scooping it up, mopping it up. You know the drill. It's probably even worse now. Probably have to send in a robot or something. That was back. Heck, that was back. When I was a custodian. So my daughter was born with cancer, and the ex didn't want me to stay at the school anymore. So that was when she was born. So she's 30 years old. But she probably 29 years ago. Yeah. And I was waiting before insurance. I knew the insurance was going to be covered, and So I was working the school job. I was working the apartment complex my mom owned. Well, I was partners with her for a while, but she didn't like the ex. And then I started working for trucking for the postal service. So I was over like 90 hours a week. I was so wiped out. Did that for a few months, like 3 or 4 months. And after that, I went to 60 hours. Yeah, no fun. Get burnt out really quick. Yeah, I bet. Well, the kids up here, a lot of them had the school off, so getting there. Almost done. Just another 40, 60 spoonfuls. Something like that. This These cells here are just jammed. And now I see a nice one right there. It's all full. This spot here, this I don't know what you call it. Oh, that's a unicorn. So the unicorn's hairdo there, it's full of micros. I know someone was saying he thought I was running it too slow, but I don't think so with this really fine stuff. Maybe with bigger stuff. I've not used these a real lot. A lot of times I just pan it out, but with this, I think this is a good idea in this situation. There's a lot of material, a lot of fines. This is a lot of material. And I'm pretty good at panning, but I would have had to stand there and pan the whole time. Oh yeah, it's always hiding there. It's like I'll be panning, and I'm like, you're down to like the half teaspoonful, and then all of a sudden you just like see it all. I'm like, whoa, it's a lot more than you thought. It's like it just you'll see it on the edges popping up, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, it disappeared, and then all of a sudden it pops up again. Oh, there it is. And then all of a sudden they're gone for a while, and then all of a sudden you're now to the very end, and all of a sudden they're like, whoa, it's like reveals itself. It's like that was a lot. Oopsie doopsies. Yeah, sometimes when you're feeding it too much or don't get the right amount, you get on this edge, it would stick, but I'm not getting any stick in there, so just this way. So something like I do with these pans. Should I like get all excited when I see something like woo? Oh my scoop! Watch this. should do a dance. This is a lot of gold. All right, hit my gold dance. Okay, I'm all right. Yeah, I'm liking the dredge already, though, a lot. More hip action. Oh, my back's sore. Actually, it probably do me good. I can't get too much into it because I mean I know it's not set for for kids, but kids might watch it. Or some grown adult that might get frightened by my dance. Almost done. Yummy. Did learn something though this last time. Definitely need gloves when you're dredging. I got into deeper stuff. There was a lot of sharp rocks. Cut myself. I got some temporary gloves, but I got some nice water gloves with the tips. Three, I wanted 3/4, but the one I wanted to get, but it's only gonna be half back. It'll be up to these knuckles here, but these knuckles and above, no problem. So when you're grabbing, and that one I was like I smashed. I was, once in a while you gotta bang the nozzle, just shake it up, just stuff gets in there. You just tap the top off a rock or something. Then I tapped it off my hand instead. It's like whacked right here, like felt like I bruised the bone a little bit. I almost felt like I broke it at first. It's like, don't do that. Put my right hand, but I come home, it's all swollen up. That was a lot of work. Not used to it. I mean, I imagine I'll get used to it. But it's just the hose that gets kind of twisted and angled, and you kind of pull the nozzle up, check the sure it's not blocked. Of course, I did get it blocked real bad at the beginning, and a couple times, and it's like, it's a good thing I had that lug wrench thing there for my spare tire. Or else I wouldn't be able to get out. I'd done the jamming with the stick, get it out, it wouldn't work. But I got something better this time, but I'm gonna do something different so that it's got the opening's like that, but it has the thing over the top, connects. So I can do this right. So we connect. Can't see that. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna take some tie wraps, run it through the middle, and wrap it around the edge, tighten it tight, shut open. I'll see how it works. I did it with I didn't have anything on like the Goldie box run, and I just did it with duct electrical tape, and I made just a loop, and that made a huge difference. I didn't get too many stucks, but I mean, when you're sucking up a lot of material, you're bound to get it. And sometimes you're in areas where you're not getting much stuck, and then other areas it's like the perfect rock goes in there and jams on it. But having an old drill, it's a real long one. It's thin, but the size of the thickness of my finger, it'll fit better into the thing, and I can use that to help get it out. It's longer too. Yeah, little tricks you learn along the way. Hey, Georgian. Thanks for coming. Almost done. Catch me near the end. I'll have to do the reveal another time, but I think it's going to be pretty good. Got those 4 nice pieces over there, but look, you can see it all, but it's getting darker out. Oh, yeah, there. Look at you, all that glittery, all that glitters. Yes, that is gold. That's from my dredging on Monday. Getting down to this last bit. Now this, that piece there, right there, that's just jam packed with small stuff. Jam. Fell through here, and I think some might have came through here, but most of it's going to be in this section here. All right, let me dump some of this water. Getting dark out too. Probably like what, eight later. Whoa. Yeah, Lord Shadow said it's been like hundreds over years. A lot of smoke from the fires in like Washington and Oregon. You got up to 80 today. Maybe a little higher than 80. All right, well, this is the last of it. I'm gonna have to, what do we call it? It's been going for a while. Yeah. Except I don't know if I have enough juice in this bottle there. Last time I saw like a piece in the black sand. The end. All right. I guess I need just a tiny bit more. We are back. Well, it's on the side here, whatever. Have to catch that the next time. I'll catch it. I'm not sure there's anything in it, but whoop, bring in the camera. There's a good rinse. Nothing here, but it's picking up. right. All right, well, you can see it. Tilt it a tiny bit more. See the other stuff, maybe. There's some down at the lower cells, too. That was a lot of material. And I don't know if you can turn this a little bit. Just loosen this bit. Yeah, so it's all in here. Some pieces up here. Some of it may go down in the big cells. Well, I mean, nothing. Once usually in the it stays at the top, but that was a lot of material. Some of them may go down in these cells. Probably nothing much in there, but just lock it in again. Well, I guess I'll have to wait then, huh? All right, well, I'm gonna finish up. I'm gonna have to end this probably. I've been going for a few hours. Too bad. I was supposed to start this at 3, and I'm starting till like 5. Just because difficulties and trying to set things up. OBS did an update. I had to set this new camera situation up for OBS. I was trying to email a thumbnail, that didn't work. So I had to take the picture, and then it was too big, and then I had to go through Canva and get it smaller. We put it back in there. Different things, but anyways, I got through it, and I'll pan it out. And I guess I'll do a short video. Maybe I'll put a shot out so you see it. You don't have to wait forever. You know, add it to my dredging. I did underwater filming in my dredging too, so I have that. I got probably more of the underwater stuff than when I went to the river, because I just jumped right in. I wanted to get into dredging. So, time consuming. I need an editor, a photographer, and someone to rub my back. You guys know anybody cheap? Like free? Ellie, what's up? You come just in time maybe to finish up because you just wanted to see gold, right? Look at that gold. Go there, go. All through here is gold, and it's probably hidden underneath all of that too. The dark stuff. Yeah, I'll pan out and do a reveal later, so. Thank you. I appreciate all the people that have been supportive to me. I started out at 23 subscribers, and then decided, well, I guess I will have a channel. And I'd always just wanted a gaming channel. Gaming channel, I think I got like 162. It's slow, but I really like doing this a lot, so it's fun. They have a lot of different things to do too, so got everybody that's helped. I'm really thankful and appreciate it. I'll do some giveaways here soon. So, is that the hot? I can't do it. Love y'all. Thanks for coming. You can always watch the replay. Ellie, wait. Ellie wants to see my go dance. I'm supposed to do the hip. I'm sore though. Whew. But I can get a pole and I can dance like the hippies. Can sing. Maybe I'm not that great of a singer. Han. Actually, I was watching Han Solo last night. You're saying Han. Actually, I didn't finish watching it. I got to finish watching tonight. It's like, I keep on watching Star Wars, but I get like partway through and I'm too tired. I got to go to bed. Just... The guy's outfit kind of looks like mine. Oh, it's a windsock thing. Woo! Actually, I got this thing. It's like an air balloon thing. It's pretty cool. It spins. I got this up in Maine when I was with Dina. The last time I was up there. We stopped at the shop I had always wanted to go to and did stop and checked it out. The clean out. I'm gonna bring it in tonight. I don't know if I'll pan it out. Maybe I'll just do it tomorrow, and maybe I'll videotape it tomorrow and be panning it out, and then I'll do a reveal. I don't know if I'll do it live, but I'd have to set everything up. Everything's different in the counter. I gotta get the stuff inside because the wind and everything else. You never know, it could rain. You know how that is, right, GB? Usually I have this set up. I have it in my kitchen table. It's more of like my studio table, really. I just eat in my chair. Ha! The flags are going. I got 3 flags out here. 2 of the small ones, nice, and then I got the big, like, it's colonial looking. Kind of looks like the one they had on the Patriot. I think it's like huge. No, I won't leave you hanging. I'll send you a message. Say, look at it. Well, you saw the last time, right? Did you see the last video? Wait, maybe I did this, but I haven't probably showed that yet. Wasn't as much. I suspicion this is going to be much more, but I guess I probably should shut it down. Then I'll wash it out. Woo! I'm going to leave you hanging. No, just kidding. Yeah, I can see it, but now it's fading away because the sun's going. But yeah, I'll definitely rerun that. I did the other one. I did a little slower, but I probably won't do a video on it online because it's like, why do it? It was like if there's only gonna be a few specs or something like that. These do a pretty good job. You got like most of all your gold out of it, GP. And you use it's the big boss. I can't see it on the side. This is the boss cleanup buddy. Yeah. I mean, I think the last time probably 99.9%. I mean, even in my pan, I get like 99.9%, 100%. But I mean, that was a lot of material, so a few percentage here could add up. But like I said, the last time I had like maybe 6 or 7 micro stuff. There was actually there was two pieces of that were somehow they floated out. I don't know how they got past, and they were in this black pan that I have here. It's just this tub here, and the 5 pieces was in the material. So, I mean, obviously all material, but The gold can must have floated out, but things get so full. You saw a bit much was in that pan, so the other one was like overflowing, but not too much in the pan. Yeah. Of course, I'm gonna have to check my pump out. It was making that grinding noise. There's a nugget in there. No, I don't know. Yeah, I'm curious. I wonder how long I'm streaming here. Let's see. Say live. 2 hours and 21 minutes. Yikes. It's been a while. Oh, did I exit out by mistake? Still here. I was like, what? I thought I hit the minus one, but I hit it on the wrong one. Yeah, we'll see how this goes, and I'll probably kind of do that myself. Just save some up, but every once in a while check it, depending on the area I am, because it does take time, and I want to do other things during the summer. I mean, I want to go vacationing and enjoy summertime stuff. Maybe do more fishing, and in between, fishing's not hard work, right? Like, well, it can be. Yeah, deep sea fishing maybe, but I used to do a lot of deep sea fishing and surface fishing, and go to tournaments. But when I'm back and stuff, and I get motion sickness now, I can't really do that. I mean, I'd love to. It's like I do have a nice rod that I bought off my brother. It was like a $450 rod. It's like just it's like the gearing on it. It's like you could pull up a 35-pound cod and you wouldn't even know it. I mean, hardly. But it's just maybe the motion sickness are going off for a long time, but I wouldn't mind doing it again. But you gotta be pulling them out, be down. You could be 265 feet deep, maybe deeper, 360 feet deep. Some of those holes are deep. Yeah. Last year I was busy with my gold paydirt series, and I got a bunch of bags still. I was gonna do 2 more this year. I did. I think I got 22 paydirts done, and I was gonna do 2 more, and I never got to it. But this is whatever. But then I still have like I probably have a dozen paydirts. I wasn't gonna do as many next year, so but I can do this instead. The cons and stuff for the winter. Takes a while to get through all that paydirt. I think I got like 1.5 ounces worth probably of paydirt gold. I mean, like Wild Gold, I got like mm, just a tiny bit. It's like I look at it and like from Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, it's like pathetic. But I think this is gonna be a game changer dredging. It's gonna have to be. I gotta pay for all this stuff, right? Justify it. Be nice to get a little extra money too. But I mean, it is a joy to get out there and do it. And, well, got something to show for my channel, right? Rather than just like, hey, look at this. I got a mouse. Just I'm showing them something, doing something, teaching them something. Plus, I'm meeting a lot of people. I mean, I've been meeting a lot of nice people. All right, well, I'm a Yankee. Goodbyes take forever. So, but I'm gonna just say goodnight so I can pack everything up and get it in. And it's cooled off quite a bit actually. Woo, almost getting the chills with the wind. All right. Peace out. And thank you all you YouTubers, you subscribers, my viewers. See what you like. Give me a like. Subscribe. If you already haven't subscribed, we really appreciate it. Thank you all. And love you all in the Go community. Thanks very much. Have a great night. Enjoy your week. See you, GP, Mama Bird. And thank you for coming out. Ellie, Georgian, if you're still here. Everybody else, thank you.